Yeah, no, we went back to drilling and positional things, and Robbie Lawler, Nick Lentz, Dieter Navarro, Wayne Hoganson really had a plan, and I was in the gym pretty much September 1st through now, almost a full year. We didn't take time off. We didn't cut any corners, and we knew how big this year was, for me in my career. And so that just really having the trust in those guys is what made all the difference. And I think I've shown that with the way I've competed.
So you talked a lot about the 5-round nature of this fight. How much does that play a role in your mind? Because Thad obviously hasn't won that 5 rounds before. It's how both came on.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Those 10 minutes makes a big difference. So, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do what I do. And he's going to see how much difference, once you get into those late rounds, what it's truly like.
So he keeps talking about this dark horse thing that he's had going on, and he has been a dark horse throughout the tournament, but now going into this fight, he is actually in the favor. Does that kind of make you annoyed a bit, seeing him talk about this dark horse thing, yet you're the one that's actually the underdog in this fight?
Yeah, I mean, he has to say whatever he has to say for himself, right? I think he's performed well. Against him and Jason had a super close fight and things like that. But for me, I don't really care. I don't really listen. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do my job.
And just last one, Captain. Do you believe that he was the best fighter on the other side of the bracket? Because you had some names like Jason Jackson, Andre Korstad. Do you believe he was the best fighter?
I mean, obviously he's here, right? He got the job done. So it's hard to argue against that.
Let me keep it here. Is this as simple as people are making it all paper, wrestler versus striker, or is there more to it?
Obviously there's, more to it. But I fought, some of the best guys in the world. And so I know what my skills are, but I also know where I'm the best at, and so once I get to my positions, I feel like I'm totally dominant. Why would I change the game plan, right? If I get in the better of the stand-up, why change the game plan, right? So there's a lot more to me than just grappling and wrestling.
And just for a second, talk to me about Kill Cliff, super high-level training in there. He's going to be with you in the corner.
Yeah, Kill Cliff, I've been there for 8 years now. Robbie Lawler's my head coach, and then you got Nick Lentz is, behind the scenes. It's always helping put things together with Rob. Dieter Navarro, my boxing coach, Wayne Hoganson, and then we've really put together a good team of strength and my Corey Peacock, who's been with Kill Cliff for a long time. Tony Duramas. We got a lot of guys that just really helped me the whole year put together this run.
And the last one from me. Do you have any thoughts yet about what's next? Maybe 2026 tournament? Are you going to fight Ramazan for, unified title, so to speak? Any thoughts?
No. With wrestling, since I started, you never look ahead, right? So all I'm worried about is Friday night, getting that belt, and then talking to PFL and see where we're at, see what the schedule looks like next year, what their plans are, and go from there. Thanks.
Hey, look, AC Mike, WOND Longport Media. First of all, thank you for yesterday coming out, for our viewers and our listeners, to beat the Daily Grind Cafe styles as we go into a wrestler, grappler, striker, fight a little bit with Thad. Going into it, game plan, of course, the adaptability to switch out, what you have to do, where to go when you're in the ring, so to speak. Your thoughts. Again, we talked about it. Having a plan, sometimes that plan doesn't always come to fruition, considering you have to go against an opponent. Your thoughts?
Yeah, that's one thing I think I've done very, very well is I'm a competitor, right? And I've been competing at a very, very high level for a long time. And I know how to compete. I know how to win. And so that's what I'm going to go out there and do is, the first game plan doesn't work, then you switch it up, and you got to win little positions. You got to change things. You got to make the adjustments, and I'm very good at doing that. And that's my plan.
Well, second one, Thad mentioned somewhere along the way up until today that the easiest part of the bracket, I don't know if that was meant of disrespect or not. He said it wasn't. Was it just the fact that the way the bracket lined up? Your thoughts on that?
I didn't. I had nothing to do with the seeding. I can't control what I can control. And they put two guys in front of me that were tough opponents. I went out there and I won very decisively. And I'll be able to find this.
And professionals, exactly. But and the last one here, Atlantic City, PFL out here a few years ago. Welcome back again, PFL. So glad you're here. The Big House, Jim Whalen, Boardwalk Hall, Tyson, Gotti, Miss America, all those other, I should name all the great events, the Beatles that took place in that iconic Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall in the Atlantic City Boardwalk. Your thoughts? I mean, PFL coming in for the welterweight championship, another championship tournament event as well, and some undercard. Your thoughts, you being the main event there?
Yeah, it's special. You get to be part of history where so much history has taken place at that arena, and to go out there and become world champ, be really special. And Atlantic City will hold a really special place in my heart.
Love it. Listen, that being a former grappler, way, way below what you did at the University of Minnesota. Get that belt, man. We love to light your back. Parade down the boardwalk, maybe Christmas time, something like that, bro. I'm going to reach out, man. Congratulations. Good luck. And be there on the first.
Appreciate it.
Anyone else on the side? All right.
Hey, Logan, kind of circling back to your time at Killcliff, what confidence does that instill in you being surrounded by some of the best in the world, especially in the welterweight division?
Yeah, it just does something when you go in there and you compete against those guys. There's no doubts, right? You felt the best guys in the world. You're grinding there day in, day out with the best striker, the best grappler, the best, all these different guys that have that are great at different arts, and you get to see it on a daily basis. And you get to see guys from so many different countries in our gym, and it really just helps you have a lot of confidence on. There's something that I feel like I haven't seen because of that group of guys that killed us.
Yeah, definitely. And the last one for me, what is the biggest lesson you've taken away from your highly decorated wrestling career over in mixed martial arts?
I think the biggest thing that I've taken was, had the career that I've had is just the grittiness, the consistency of doing hard things over and over and over again, the ability to perform. I've had probably 800 hand-to-hand, combat in wrestling since, 5 years old through college. I've competed a lot against the best guys in the world. And so the nerves, what's on the line, the NCAA tournament, on ESPN, I've done that. And so I think that really helped me be ready for the jump right away in MMA and to go compete against the best guys in the world. And MMA, from wrestling, it taught you so much about that. And I think the way that you show up for practice and you stay consistent, you get better. I think I've done a really good job of, I started MMA at 22 years old. I'm now 32. So 10 years of kind of having the same, same practice plan every day and being super consistent, doing the right things, the little things right, has put me, in this position.
Awesome. Thank you very much. As Warren Logan, and taking the time, you've mentioned a lot, facing elite competition your whole career. Yaroslav Amosov, Joaquin Buckley, Michael Venom Page. Where does that rank in that list?
Yeah, that he's definitely up there. He's proven, that he's up there, and he's a young, hungry kid. So you never really know till you get in there, right? Till you feel what it's like. But I'm expecting the best guy that I've ever fought. Right? That's what I'm expecting when I get in there. And I'm going to have to be on point and go prove to everyone, why I'm the best in the world. So we never overlooked them. We never, any of those things. So I know that is very, very talented. But
went about to do my job very well. And when you're breaking a guy like him down on Phil, tall, lanky, in the gym, are you trying to replicate him by bringing in someone who's that size with the kickboxing, or are you just go out there, do your game plan, take him down, and do what you've done the entire tournament?
It's a little bit of both, right? You need to see those looks, but you're also not going to change your game plan and go away from who I am, right? So we've had, like I said, at Kill Cliff, we had a lot of really good guys to emulate, and brought in some wrestlers, some other guys, and so, Robbie and Nick put the game plan together, and I just go in there and do what worked.
And then my final question for you, what's the most important thing about the fight? Is it beating Thad? Is it winning the title? Is it 500K? Is it undisputed title? Like, when you're thinking about this fight and you're walking out Friday night, what's the main thing on your mind?
For me, it's to take that belt home, right? That you put together, this run this year, redeem myself from last year, and you accomplished your goal. You get to be world tournament champion. You get to take that belt home, and no one gets to take that away from you. And so for me, that's really why I got into this sport. I said it in many interviews, was to be world champion. And I got to do that Bellator, but this one will be really, really important and really mean a lot to my career.
Thank you, Todd.
Anyone else in person? All good? Okay, we will go over to Zoom for a few minutes. Shady, go ahead.
Logan, Shady Boucher from MMA Dungeon. I trust my home state and the Dirty Short treating you well.
Say it again. Sorry, Shady.
I was asking if my home state and the Jersey Shore are treating them well these days.
Oh, yeah. No, everything's good here. The beach is nice, so we're enjoying it.
Very nice, very nice. So your last fight was only 48 days ago. This is a turnaround that we only see in tournament-style MMA. What kind of sacrifices or adjustments, if any, do you have to make for a fight camp when you're preparing on this shorter timeline in comparison to a full-length camp?
Yeah, it's a little different, but I think the nice thing is that you're in shape and you're ready to go, and I knew that I was going to have to turn around quick, right? So I was prepared for that. So I really like the tournament style. Staying active, my body, I feel like, gets stronger each round, and we're ready.
Awesome. Just one more for me. You have just about double the professional fighting experience that your opponent has. When you hear him say things that make him sound a little cocky or arrogant, or when he tells Ariel Helwani something along the lines of he feels that he already got the victory over you before the fight even starts, do you see that as something that a more green or newer fighter has to say to kind of get into the zone, or does it ever get to you?
No, I mean, people are going to say stuff all the time, right? You see that. You've been in the sport long enough to see people say crazy stuff. I don't care, right? It doesn't bother me. I don't need to say those things. I know that that's a tough opponent, but I don't need to convince myself of anything. I know how good I am, and I know what I do.
Awesome. Best of luck, Logan.
Thanks.
Andrew.
Hey, Logan, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, this is Andrew with MMA Sucker. So my question for you is, I've been watching the PFL preview video, and one thing that stood out for me was you say, Philip, it seems like going to this fight, you are the veteran of this fight, and I'm curious to know, how does it feel that at one point you were kind of like that Dean, you were the up and coming guy, you're the one who you're getting the prospect eyes on you, and now you're the veteran. I'm curious to know, how does it feel to be a veteran in the fight game as a former prospect yourself?
Yeah, I put my time in, right? It's been a lot of years in this sport, and a lot of time, and when you feel like I've done the right things, fought the best guys, and so I'm not going to stay 25 years old forever, and I knew that. So yeah, my body feels good, my mind's good, and I feel like I've improved from that time when I was the prospect, obviously.